Hi, everyone. Linda Israel here. Thank you so much for being here during my live stream. I greatly appreciate your support. I've pre-recorded this so that we can have some of the behind the scenes done while you listen to me for just a moment. I again want to thank you so very much for being here during my live stream. If you could, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends so that they can come join us. And if you will also give me a comment in the comment section after this video is done, and then definitely speak up in the chat and say hi. Lastly, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Now, if you're watching this as a replay, generally, if you're on a computer, you can go down below and look for the little gear. You can change that and make the speed faster. If you're on a mobile device, look up in the corner, up in this area for 3 little dots, and you can change the speed there as well. Those of you that are here live, do definitely speak up in the chat. I greatly appreciate you being here. Well, those that are here live earn a virtual currency. Junkie Joe should be coming up here in just a moment, and you'll be able to check how many bucks that you have. What are bucks? They're junk bucks. It's just a virtual point system that I have created on my account when we're live so that you can redeem those once you get to 2,000 for a $10 off coupon to my shop. So you can type exclamation point bucks to see how many that you have. And if you have 2,000 and you're ready for a coupon code, type exclamation point award, and my official note takers will take down that information. Now, if you haven't already created an account on my website at lindaisrael.com, please do so, and then send me a message through the contact form letting me know what your YouTube username is. Why? So I'll have your email address and I can email you your coupon code. Also, if you make a donation throughout this live stream, you can be added to my YouTube donators membership that I have on my website. So again, create an account, say, hey, Linda, I donated, and tell me what your username is on YouTube if it's different. That way I can get you added to that. At the end of this stream, I will have journals made, and you will have the opportunity to win one of those journals. Throughout the live stream, we'll have some various raffles, and we also have in-chat games. So be looking out for that in the chat, and I'll kind of speak it up when I get to it. For example, if you type exclamation point raffle, right now you can be in a chance to win 200 junk bucks. So you'll be well on your way to getting 2,000 junk bucks. Normally, Robin is my official note taker. Sometimes Angelica is my official note taker. It kind of depends on what's going on. These are members and administrators of my Facebook group, the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. If you haven't joined that group, we'd love to have you come and join us over there. What else? Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. Hey, if you have a question, try to put it in all caps. That way I'll see it. If I don't see it, please don't be offended. The chat sometimes moves fast, and I'm usually looking down trying to create things. So please ask again. But if you know the answer that someone else's question, please go ahead and answer for them. I greatly appreciate that. Let's see, what else? Oh, if you have a YouTube channel, you can't post your link, but you can say, I have a YouTube channel, and tell us a little bit about it. Tell us your channel name, something like that. Tell us what you do. We're going to get started here in just a moment. I'm looking at the time. So roughly 5 minutes is when I'll get started. So it should be just a few more seconds. So definitely hang out in the chat, and we'll get started here in just a moment. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. We're going to get started really fast because I have a lot to show you. Yes, I'm feeling so much better. Thank you so much for your well wishes and kind thoughts and prayers. I greatly appreciate that. We had some terrible weather here the past, what was it? I think they said 12 days that we had below freezing temperatures, which is very rare for Oklahoma. And finally, we have sun up and it's just beautiful out. Oh yeah, let's say a happy belated birthday to Robin, my right-hand woman. So glad to have her here. All right, so I'm going to be using several digital kits from Calico Collage along with my rubber stamps, my stencils, some book pages and miscellaneous items that I have here, as well as Tattered Angels Glimmersmith. So I thought I would show you, let's upcycle or recycle a business envelope. This one happens to have a window in it. And the first thing that I want to do is when I'm opening my envelope, however you want to say that, we use these little razor letter openers. I like these because they give a little bit of a clean cut when you're opening your mail. And I'm thankful that my husband does that. So I've got pretty much a smooth edge. I'm not going to worry about if it's got any boogers on it or mess up, but I do want to cut off this top portion. So I'm just going to come in about a quarter of an inch or so and cut that off. Why? Because I want to open up the envelope. So I just cut the top off. Now I want to cut this side off, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure to 8.5 inches. That's the height of the journal that I'm making. When I make my journal, I usually use standard copy paper, which is 8.5 by 11 inches. And then I fold it in half, and that makes a 8.5 tall by 5.5 inch wide journal. I thought it would be kind of fun to have a shorter page. So it'll be the same height. It just won't be as deep, but we can still decorate it and have some fun with it. So here we've got this envelope that has the window in it. So the first thing I'm going to do is find a way to cover up some of that envelope, open the whole opening or the window, but have it be decorative on the other side. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm looking at the envelope through the window, and I'm just going to put my thumb just a little bit below where the window is, and I want to fold up the paper. I just so happened to cut this paper. I knew how deep my envelope was, so I just cut it as deep as my envelope. It may be a little bit too deep, and I can trim some of that off. And it was already 8.5 inches tall, so I just thought I'd cut a strip, and that's going to go right there. See how that kind of comes there? But I want to do something to this side of it. And while I'm at it, I've got another piece of paper that I want to use the stencil on. This is a new stencil from the March Stencil Club. Yes, the subscription boxes have not shipped yet because I'm still waiting on the replacement Tattered Angels as they leaked on transit to me because of the extreme temperatures. And so they are going to replace a few of the bottles that aren't functioning anymore. And then we're getting new labels, so they'll be nice and clean. I've already cleaned up all the bottles because they were messy. I wanted to cry when I got my order. Anyhow, so subscription boxes will be shipped out as soon as I get the Tattered Angels sorted. And I haven't shipped the Stencil Club. I know, I'm sorry. Part of that was because I was not feeling well last week, and we had that horrible weather, so I didn't leave the house for over a week. Hey, it should have helped the COVID numbers in Oklahoma because no one got out of their house. So I haven't been to the post office, but that's what I will be doing tomorrow. Any order that does not have a subscription order will go out. And I'm saying all of that to tell you this is part of the Stencil Club, and the Stencil Club will be shipped out tomorrow. But I wanted to say thank you to everybody for your orders and for, all you do for me. I do have a coupon code. Yeah, I did cry. I did cry. I do have a coupon code for y'all. If you like to place an order, I will give you 10% off of stencils and rubber stamps in my shop. If you already have a subscription box and you want to order and not pay additional shipping, I need you to send me a message through the contact me form on my website, and then I will turn around and give you a coupon code so that you can apply that for no shipping, and then you can get 10% off rubber stamps and stencils. But here are the four designs, 4 designs that come in the March Artistic Stencil Club. And I just used this one. I call this a leaf, folk leaf pattern, kind of like folk art. I decided to add, oh, this one needs to have the hanging chads cleaned out, but I decided to make a stencil that kind of had lines in it. You could use it with the lines up, the leaves up, or you could use it with the leaves down, but I thought that would be a fun stencil, and it is kind of on a diagonal. I don't know why, but it is. And then this is the other stencil in there as well. It's for stencils and rubber stamps. You get 10% off stencils and rubber stamps. And Robin just shared the coupon code, and it's good through February the 7th. Let's see what else. Use the stencil. I'm trying to read. I see messages. It's for stencils and rubber stamps. You love the stencils, Rhonda? Thank you. And Rhonda, do I owe you? I think I owe you a message. I can't remember. I've got a bunch of Facebook messages. I have not sat down and looked at my computer. Yeah, you like them, Sam? So they're different. Some different styles that I chose to put together for y'all. So that was another thing that I did while I was home, not able to go anywhere, is I made a bunch of stencil designs. So you're going to see a whole bunch of stencil designs. Okay, so this was just a little tear-off notepad. I'm just all over the place, so y'all have to say, squirrel! I have one of those little tear-off notepads, and I just used the Dusty Concord Distress Oxide. This is one of those makeup brushes. Robin will probably share a link to those. All right, so I've got this piece that's going to go over where my window is. See how that looks from the front? Isn't that pretty? And I folded this up. The reason being was I thought it might be neat to have a little pocket. So I'm just folding this in. This is cheap copy paper that I use on my digitals when I print. I should use the better paper, but I don't have a lot of money, so I just buy the cheap 20-pound HP paper. So it's really thin, so I'm just folding this over twice so it'll have a little bit of strength here, and I'm just going to glue this down, and I'm almost out of glue. I need to go buy some glue. I haven't been to the store to buy anything, and I probably will go. Robin, I'll let you know. I've got an appointment tomorrow. Oh, I just remembered I haven't texted her back. I've got an appointment tomorrow, but either tomorrow or Wednesday, if you want to go to Hobby Lobby and walk around, we can. Because I'm going to need to get some glue. All right, so I just glued right here and right here. Now I'm going to place this inside here. I'm just kind of looking at it. All right, it may stick out just a little bit, and it does. So I'm just kind of pushing that in. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue along this edge and along this edge to glue it down, and it's going to make a small pocket. You know, in fact, I think I can get away with, and I'm going to go ahead and go across and go up this side just a little bit, and that'll make a closed pocket. I didn't do it on the second journal because I wasn't really sure if that's what I wanted, but I think this will work better. Now, if you have a card that you want to put in there that's going to be deeper this way, then you may not want to glue it down. Or you may want to put tags in here deliberately going that way. So, options! You have options, especially when you do it yourself. Let's see. I don't know which paper I have. Is 22 and 20 organized and mix them up. Oh, cool. One of these days am going to take the time to completely empty out my studio space and put it all back in with, you know, exactly what I know I want to use, where I want to use it, and I have got to get rid of some things. All right, so I glued that down here. It's a pocket here, and we've got a pocket here, okay? And my glue is wrinkling because I put water in it because I was running out. So I was trying to make it last a little longer. All right, so I want to put something across here. And y'all have seen me make a mop-up page. This is what I consider a mop-up page. I probably should have put this down first, but you know, hindsight is 2020. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up with the bottom here, and I'm going to make a pencil mark and cut this. So this is just a mop-up page on some of that crazy green paper that I have. It's a linen text weight paper that I have found. I think I had 8 reams of this at one time. 8 reams. Some, where was it? It was a print supply shop that I used to go to get paper. And I went in all the time, so they knew me by heart. You know, they're like, hey, Linda, how are you? What are you looking for today? And if they had stuff on clearance, they would say so to me. And I happened to go over there, and they had 8 reams of this stuff. And I think it was like $20-something. Yeah, $27.39. They had marked it down to $4.99, and he sold it for $2 a package. So I got this paper so cheap, but it's green. But I've altered it. See, y'all probably can't see on camera, but this is a white, and then the one next to it is green. I'm getting flashes here. 8 reams, yes. I think I'm down to 4. I see 1, 2 in here, 3. I may have 5 left. I've been trying to use this up. All right, so I'm just going to glue this down across the bottom here. I am going to trim it to fit. And this is just a way to decorate that envelope. I'm using various papers that were in my stash. I'm also using some of the digital prints from a good book and the add-ons to it that she had. All right, so I'm going to put that across. Hey, Ashley. I know I owe you a bunch of messages. My phone is blowing up. Henry, in fact, is looking at new phones today because it's about time for ours to be upgraded. And I just hadn't felt well until yesterday, pretty much. I felt a lot better. I felt a little better Friday after I found out I got my package that I had been waiting for on the Tattered Angels. But then I felt terrible again afterwards and couldn't sleep because I was trying to figure out, what am I going to do? So, yeah. No excuse. Was sad. Really, really sad. All right. So, we've put a pocket here. I've put a strip across there. Now we've got this empty hole. Well, this was our little piece that we had a little while ago that I made. And I'm going to glue that down right across here. And I just realized this side is not as big, but we'll find something. We will find something to decorate and fill that hole. I think I saw something a moment ago we can use. Or I could leave it blank because I'm going to put down, this is a piece of the zigzag paper. Should I go all the way to the bottom or just to here? Oh, I'm going to go just to here. So I'm just going to come in here right about there. Kind of line this up and then just trim that off. Okay, I'm not looking at the screen. Yeah, 60 degrees in today. Julie, it's a pale green. It's a real pale green. And here's something white to go beside it. But it's a linen flake in there. It's a textured paper. But it's really high quality. All right, I think that's going to go right there. See how this is coming together? Oh, thank you, Lori. Oh, thank you, Margie. And thank you, Debbie, for your donations today. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know I don't hardly use enough junk like junk mail in my journals. I really don't get a lot of junk mail, honestly. Henry gets a few bills at the shop, but then he keeps them for a while for tax purposes and whatnot. So I need to tell him to start saving me some envelopes again. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that. We're going to leave that right there. Okay, so I've done this side. I am going to go ahead. Let me make sure. Do I need to stamp? No, let's just go ahead and decorate this side. We're going to flip it over. Okay. So I've got down here the return postage or the postage mark, and I wanted to cover it up. So here's what I did on the other one. So I just took a strip of this paper and want to mark it and cut it off, and then just, if I can see where that was. Oh my goodness, that is difficult to see. Here, you know what? Linda, do it the smart way. Do it on the side that isn't printed so you can see it. Oh, well. You would, yeah, it was easy to change, exactly. You know, and I used the paper back then. I used to make little journals for sale, and they were perfect for the pages for that. And then of course things change and they weren't selling as well, so I stopped making them, and I had this paper for a while, and I kept finding reams of it the other day, and I was like, what in the world, how many of these do I have? So if you get your stencil club, you get, hey, hey, there's an incentive to get the artistic stencil club. You get 2 sheets of this paper. I put the paper in between the stencils, and then I put them in a little cellophane bag. So this was the perfect paper because it's so inexpensive. It doesn't cost as much as my copy paper. Hey, Norella. Hello, hello. Yay. So glad to see her. This is part of Norella's kit. So you're seeing snippets. So like this damask piece is from her kit. And this, what is this? Zigzag? Yeah, zigzag striped page. Thank you, Linda, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's from her kit. You're going to see more of it. And then this is from the kit as well. It's got this nice text, and I went ahead and just made some little tabs. I've cut this into it's 8.5, and I just folded it over, so it was probably 2.5 inches, something like that. And I'm going to put this as a pocket right along this edge, so then we'll have a pocket to put stuff. Yeah, I have lots of new stencils that I've added to the shop, and I've already made some for myself. I've been playing with them a little bit, so I hope you like them. I hope you like the stencil club too. All right, so I'm just pasting this down the side as a little pocket, and because I folded it over, it makes it a little bit sturdier. So it's covering up the ugly envelope. So this was, you know, I'm doing this according to the size of my envelope, what's on it. And then I noticed this envelope had something here, and I had one of these calico collage images. Isn't that pretty with the books and the teal? And I thought I'd put it right there. Okay, so if you have a subscription box owed to you, because it hasn't shipped yet, and you would like to place an order for stencils and rubber stamps, then send me a message through my website, and you can ask for a free shipping coupon code. I can't really give refunds. My website doesn't work right for refunds, so don't just buy it, assume that I'm going to give you a 10 free shipping refund, because I'm not. It doesn't work that way. But I can give you a coupon code if you already have a subscription box and you want to order rubber stamps or stencils and get additional money, or you can order anything, but you're going to get 10% off the rubber stamps and the stencils. And if you want to add other items, you can get free shipping. Okay, just send me a message. Thank you, Norella, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. I get it. All right, Sam. So yeah, if you have a subscription box coming to you and you want free shipping on additional items, send me a message. Is that better? Is that clearer? All right, so this is going to be my first part of the page that you come to, and I wanted to put a little something, and I've got smudges on it. I'm just not going to worry about it. In fact, I'm going to deliberately kind of smudge this up because I accidentally got a smudge, and if you just keep going, it looks like it's on purpose. So this is one of the images from Norella's kit. She's got like she's got the journal pages, then she's got additional patterned papers, then she's got ephemera packs, she's got library cards, she's got numbers. Oh, and she's got these beautiful ladies. You're going to see these as I come around to them. In fact, I may use one here in a moment. But anyhow, this is one of the images. I just added a little tab to the back, and we're going to glue this down as a pocket on the front. So see how we're getting a nice little layered effect of pretty stuff. Thank you, Janice, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Be on the lookout, Janice, for your package of prizes. Those will be shipping out tomorrow. Oh, you half listened. Okay, gotcha. So you love Linda and her junk, but I just started my first monthly box only. It was with essential oils because that's more speed. Your speed. Yeah, I gotcha, Ashley. I understand. Yeah, you went crazy with the book theme. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so let me see what else am I doing. Oh, yeah. All right, so I have a bunch of these daggum paper flowers, and I thought they would be pretty stuck on here. So I'm just going to add one right there. And let's put a little bling bling on it. I know I'm using bling, y'all, believe it or not. So we'll put that, come on, right here. I use my essential oils. We get a monthly shipment of essential oils. All right, so this is going to be the back. I'll go ahead and kind of fold this. And I thought, this is library catalog. I thought that'd be kind of cute right here. The junk arena is open. Junkie Joe. Bling is awesome. Thank you, Norella. Bling is awesome. All right, so I'm going to do another one of these flowers. I've got a whole jar full. I think I have a second jar. I was noticing the other day. Where did I see it? I think I have 2 jars of those. I would buy them when I would find a really good price on them because I was using them on greeting cards all the time. And I haven't been using them lately in my junk journal. So I thought, I'm going to start using them. Okay, what do you think? We've got this little pocket, this little pocket. So then from the kit, thank you so much, Rhonda, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What? Barb? Is Barb here? What's going on? I missed it. Hello, Barb. Welcome. You just lost a piece of chocolate. Well, your doggy will love it. Hey, Janet. I'm so glad you're here. So this is a little tag that has the typewriter on it. I need to get a typewriter for at home. I mean, I use my computer to print with my printer, but sometimes having a typewriter would be kind of fun if you have a scrap of paper that you want to type on. So I need to get one. All right. So let's put over here. This is from the kit. I'm going to put that right there. Use my pocket. And then over here, we've got, let's use this one. This has got a typewriter. It's got the little pink flowers. I love the flowers that Norella used in this kit. In fact, I think she should do an all over page of just those flowers like you did for the Enchanted Rose, where you had all those flowers repeating across the page. They were overlapping. I'd like to see a page made of that as a, a background paper. More like that. Because I really wanted to cut up flowers like that. I don't know, for some reason. All right, so I'm turning this back over. So we did this side. I know it did cover up my flower when the journal card's in there. Maybe we'll put another one up here. We can do that. It's my prerogative. My prerogative. I did not alter the envelope. You can if you want. If you want to put coffee dyed your envelope, you could do that. Just the same process like I shared in my video. You can just paint the paper with coffee. You can soak it. You can dip it. Whatever works. Okay, I like that. That kind of makes up for covering that one up. All right, so let's do the inside. We've got a pocket here. I've got a butterfly from her butterfly add-on kit. Thank you, Margarita, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's an envelope. Envelope. All right, so that's from her butterflies. Yeah, those old skills. Yeah, exactly. I've got creative in the past wanting to print on a piece of paper where you take washi tape and you stick it down on a bigger piece of paper, so you got to know where it is on your page. I can do it. It's been done. All right, this is I think it's called rose tip. It is a tiny little rose. So I'm going to try to turn this where the stem's going like that. I just thought it was really cute. I'm going to see if I zoom in. And y'all see that pretty clear? Little rose. All right, so we've got that there. Over here, oh yeah, I've got a butterfly. So we've got this little butterfly from the Butterfly Beauties Cube. So I'm going to stamp that right there. This is from the kit, so I thought it would be pretty down here. The last time, I think I'm just going to glue this all the way down. Because last time I did that, I wasn't thinking about making it a tuck spot, but you could. And then let's put a flower. I'm just going to use these flowers up, y'all. Okay. You gave away your typewriter and your sewing machine? Dang it, who knew? That's why you don't get rid of those things. Don't get rid of those things. I'm just cutting. This is bling that comes in a strip. And so I'm just cutting in between so that I can use individual ones because they are self-adhesive. And I'm just using the tip of my scissors to help get that little bling. Poke, poke, nudge, nudge. All right, y'all get in on the raffle if you haven't already. This is coffee. We have coffee. Let's put it down here as a little tuck spot. The raffle is for 200 junk bucks. I kind of explained that at the beginning of the video. It's just a way for y'all to accrue points. And then once you get to 2,000 junk bucks, you can redeem those for a $10 off coupon to my shop. Okay, I like that. All right, this pocket should be dry, so I'm going to put that in there. And I didn't add any decorations on the other one because I made an altered paper clip. It's real simple. I just sandwiched a paper clip with part of it hanging out on the back side. And I'm going to put that right here. So that kind of fills in that area. And there's nothing to interfere with the paper clip. You could put something on there, stamp on there. We might even still do that. Who knows? All right. So I've got another little piece of ephemera that's going to go right there. So here is my little altered envelope. So we added little strips of paper on the front. We have a pocket here. I didn't put any string on this, but you could if you want. Options, and then we've got this pocket here so you can write back here, and then you have the journal card that you can write upon. I didn't stick this all the way down in yet because I didn't want to stick the glue. And you have writing space over here, and you've got an altered paper clip to hold that together, and then you go over here, and we've got this little journal card on this side. I like it. Yeah, poke, poke, nudge, nudge. All right, so we're going to get the raffle going. I'm going to put this over here for a moment. All righty, let me grab a prize. How will I put the altered envelope in the journal? It will become a page in my journal. So I have other pages here. Let me grab some of the printed pages. So I will have a page like that maybe. And then I've got this page that I'll put. So when you get to your journal, you'll just kind of look at it. Okay, that'll be right there. You can see all the stuff. You can flip that over. Here's all these little thingies. We've got a printed journal page. Aren't they pretty? Isn't that pretty? And then you've got this side. Does that make sense? All right. I've got these kind of in a certain order so that I can... Okay. Raffle. All right, 200 junk bucks. Isn't that cool? I found that in my stash. It was something that somebody gave me, and I hadn't used it. And when I saw the colors of this kit, I was like, oh, I think this is perfect. I'm going to use it for this kit. All right. So the winner of 200 junk bucks is Your Way Crafting. Congratulations. I'll get that added to your account. I think I didn't get the last ones done, but I've got the notes. We'll get it done. All righty. And then the next raffle that we're going to start right now is for, what is this? A RSVP stamp, bling, and Rolodex. This is a long one. Okay, open giveaway. All right, so this is going to be for some things that Robin gave me that I could use as giveaways to y'all. And so you're going to get this rubber stamp that's an RSVP. It says In Crafts. You've got some bling. It says 1 sheet of stickers. I don't know if it's adhesive. I know you can cut it. It does not indicate if it's adhesive. Oh no, self-stick. Yeah, self-stick. And then these are some Heidi Swap little memo Rolodex. The stickers already come off. Rolodex cards. That makes sense. In fact, I think I gave those to Robin, and she's getting. Didn't that those came from? You won these as a prize. I recognize those. She's re-gifting a prize. All right, so y'all get in on the raffle! Exclamation point raffle. That's funny. Okay. So this next page is we've got a lot going on. I was overly ambitious. All right, so let's just get a few things out here. Get all the supplies ready. Rubber stamps, all the thingies. Okay. I think that's what I need to do. Okay. So what I'm going to do today is we're going to fussy cut this out. And I'm going to glue, this is a book page, to the back side of that fussy cut area. I'll tear it, and then we're going to reassemble the journal page. Say, what? I know it sounds crazy because we're doing it in order to create a pocket behind this image on the page. So, I don't know, it's just a cool way. I like doing it. Other artists do different ways. I've got glue everywhere because I added water to it. I have got to go to the store. All right. So I'm just gluing those together right now off the bat. And so what I'm going to do is I know that I want to adhere this to another piece of paper. And I want to spray it with Tattered Angels. And so it'll be drying while I cut this out. We're going to spray it first. Y'all following me? So we're going to take this page and it's going to be attached to this page so that we have a pocket. But on this side, I want to decorate it. You follow? All right, so I'm just putting the book page. I have a family size Bible that I'm using. I'm putting that in here. I've got some Tattered Angels. This one's a Lavender Rose from the Enchanted Rose kit. I only have, I think I may be sold out. There may be one or two of the large kits there. And I'm spraying the backside. I wanted this to be a beautiful purpley lavender color. And I'm going to let this dry for a moment. So I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to cut this out. And then we're going to go back. I'm going to add some more paint. So when I'm fussy cutting, you know, you kind of have to make a decision where you want to start. I don't really want to have to deal with this area here. So I'm going to start down here where the flower is. And you can rough cut it where it's just in the general vicinity. If you want to precision cut it, you can do that. I would recommend that you take your time and you look at what you're doing and that you back it with another piece of paper, because it's going to be fragile even if you do it on cardstock. This design wouldn't hold up too well with a lot of abuse. Okay, just fussy cutting this out. And I've learned that if I turn the paper instead of my hand, it's easier on me. Sometimes I have to turn by hand, but for the most part. And I like these easy touch micro tip scissors. I need a new pair or to get these sharpened, because I think I've had them for about 5 years and I haven't had them sharpened. And they're dull. Okay, so we cut that apart. I've got this piece that we're going to use in a moment. And then I've got this piece. But I want to come back to the sprayed piece. I want to dry it just a little bit. If you've got pools and you don't want to have pools, you could take another piece of paper. In fact, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just grab this. And I'm just going to mop up that extra Tattered Angels on there. It'll just make kind of an interesting background. Okay, that's just to clean up. That's all I was doing. All right, so I'm trying to dry this really fast because I want to use a stencil on top, and I don't want it to be runny. But I also need this to dry so I can use it. I was going to record this as a session, and I just didn't get that far done. I got everything done about 45 minutes before the live stream started. I had all of the things I planned to do done. All right, so I'm using the purple. This one's fully purple. There's a purple in, what else is there a purple in? Oh, the Punked Out Steam kit has a really pretty purple. I'm trying to remember what other kit has a purple in it at the moment. Oh yeah, the Christmas from the Christmas Peacock Tattered Angels has a purple in it. Okay, so I'm just checking to remember what I did with that other page. Okay, so I'm not going to spray the backside. Sometimes I do, but I'm not going to this time because I'm going to use a stencil on it for my next journal page. So I'm just going to show y'all. This is that same green paper, but now I've used the small broken circles stencil. And then we're going to pull this up, put that over there. And I'm just going to set this aside to dry for a moment while I do this. So I'm going to apply some Distress inks along the edge of the cut paper. And you don't have to. I just like that it kind of differentiates from the other paper that I use. Okay, so we got that. While I'm at it, I want this up here to be the same color. So I'm moving my page. I'm going to put this back in here. This is the piece of paper I folded in half, and I'm going to spray it. Because I plan to attach my paper onto this. And so it's a little dark, so I'm just going to use that same journal card that I'm just kind of layering the color on it. It's big enough too, I could probably cut this up into 2 cards. You know what, I've got smudges on the back, so I'm just going to flip it over and let it get stuff all over. And then clean my hands off and dry it. Hello, Naomi. How are you? How are you? You love that? Well, good. Thank you. That is my new stencil, Small Broken Circles. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Janet. Oh, yeah, Janet, if you're wanting stamps and stencils to go with your kit stuff, just let me know. Send me a message. And then maybe we can get together in March. What do you think? It's a cooler day for you, Julia. Usually you got hot days there in Australia. All right, so I colored that because I want to glue this on here and have this be the background, okay? So I'm going to glue these together, putting a little bit of glue on here. And then I'm going to line this up so that I have a little bit of a gap at the top here. I probably could have come down a little further with the Tattered Angels, but less is more. All right, so I'm just going to smooth this out, trying to be careful that you don't rip it. Don't rip it. Rip it good. All right, so now you can rip it. Now, if it's damp, it'll be hard to rip. So you want to make sure that it is dry so it will rip easier for you. This is a little damp, but I'm kind of used to doing it, so I know to put my thumb where I don't want it to tear. And that seems to work for me. Okay. Rip it, ripping around the world. Oh, thank you, Naomi, for your donation. You're so sweet, lady. How are you been? I hope you are well, enjoying life as much as we can. And there's little pieces left. I think last time what I did was I took a square punch and I punched out of those. So I'm going to set that aside. Now I'm going to go ahead and go around the edge with some Distress inks. So it just gives this a whole new look by adding that paper behind here. And I know I've shown it before, but sometimes you just got to see it done different ways to see how you might like using it. I'm going to go ahead and trim this off. It got a little crooked, but we're okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead because I want this to be a pocket page and I want to be able to use the whole depth. So I'm gluing a strip of paper across the bottom. This is a great way if you've got a piece of paper, maybe you only have so much, well, you can't fold the edge over to strengthen it or to make it into a pocket. So just add a little strip of paper and then that will be your tab, and then you can have the full height and depth and width whatever you need of a pocket. Don't need to refresh. Okay, so I'm just putting that there. I will trim it at an angle and back behind, and then just do the other side. All right, so now we need to make sure that the page that we sprayed with Tattered Angels is dried. I'm going to set this aside for a moment to dry for a moment. So we've got our page here. I'm going to flip it over. Okay, it's not too bad. All right, so I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to adhere it to the back of the book page. So it gives us a foundation for our pocket. Otherwise, you'd have this hole in your page and it would be all flimsy. You need to glue it to something else. So I'm just going to put a little glue right around. Go around the edge. I do put water in my Aleene's Tacky Glue. I'm almost out, so I put a little too much in it to get me by until I get to the store. So it flows easier and you don't need as much. Especially if you do it with a bone folder, you can usually get that glue to come right up to the edge. Okay, so that's glued down. All right, now I'm just going to come back to this piece and cut off the corners like so. I'm going to use my heat tool real fast on this because the glue's still damp. Neither hot nor cold, just perfect in the middle. Yeah, I think we all want that perfect weather. I've heard there's a couple of places in the mountains in Mexico that has really beautiful weather. But I think what's going to start happening is I'm going to be going south for the winter in the future. I had enough of this year. All right, so now I'm just folding it up across the bottom. I'll fold in the sides. Y'all following me what I'm doing here? You're probably done with me seeing me do this. I won't do it for a while, okay? It's a great way to use those book pages that you have an abundance of, or junk mail to back it, to give you enough strength. I'm a firm believer that I can use junk in my journals that you don't have to see. I can make it look really pretty. All right. What do you think? Can you see that? Oh, we're kind of, let's get up a little higher. You see how that pocket turned out? All right. Where is it? Oh man, where did I? Oh, there it is. I got this little piece of paper here, so I've got a rubber stamp. Uh-oh. I've lost it. Is this one it? No. Is this one it? No. Oh man. Oh, here it is. Shoo. There it is. I found it. I've got a scrap of a book page, and I've got this rubber stamp that I want to use, and I'm lining it up. Look at the screen. Okay, go right about there. If nothing ever changed, there would be no butterflies. And so I'm going to trim that off and trim that side. And then just use some Distress ink. I'm just using Archival Jet Black ink. It's a permanent ink. I like it. We're going to glue that and put it here. Like that. Because then we got that butterfly in the background. Isn't that pretty? All right. So then, and then I've got journal card and an envelope. So let's do those next. So I happened to find in my stash these vellum envelopes, and they're really pretty. I thought what I would do is use the Dusty Concord. I think that's right. No, that's the wrong one. Dang it. I gotta clean my dauber off. I meant to use the milled lavender distress ink because I like this color better. Hopefully I don't ruin my stamp pad. So I'm just going around the edges. Now if you're going to coffee dye envelopes and they are new envelopes, they have the gummy part on them, you'll want to open the flaps when you go to get them wet like this. So this gummy area, when you lay them out, doesn't touch anything because you can glue them down. All right, so I want to take this piece and we're going to rubber stamp on there. And I think this is the damask background. I think that's right. I like that one, how it came together. So we're going to use the milled lavender distress ink again. And I think, yeah, that's the right side up. And we're going to stamp this. I'm going to start on one side and then just come across. It's going to be a real faint pattern. And we'll just kind of line this up and stamp it again. You see that? Put this over here, out of the way. All right, so we did that. I've got from the postscript collage. We're going to stamp that. I think that's right. Postscript. This is the right side. So this will be my address. That makes sense? The little address. And then, uh-oh, where'd it go? No, there it is. Okay. I took that book page earlier, the book page, and punched it and then stamped from the Butterfly Beauties cube and then took my black marker and went around the edge. I thought that makes a nice faux postage. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Thank you so much. Or is it Cherie? Or is it Cherry? Because they, you know, the English language. Okay. You like the purple? Well, thank you. Is my stash coming under control yet? Well, no. But we're getting there. I just keep finding stuff. All right, so we've got that so far. And then I got from the postcard cube. I think that's what it's called. Or postal cube. This is like the cancellation. I just thought that would be kind of neat on there. So that will be in the pocket. Did I do anything on the back? Oh, yeah, I didn't do anything on the back. I just decorated the front. All right, so now I have this card. It's a 5x7-ish card, maybe a little bit shorter than that. And I've got the Dusty Concord, and I have my new Monarch rubber stamp, which happens to match the butterfly that Norella used in the kit. So I was like, ooh, this is so good. I like it. I like it. All right, so now I'm going to take this and we're going to stamp it using the Dusty Concord in the Distress Oxide. I could have used the milled lavender. It would have been lighter. I did on the other journal that y'all will see here in a little bit. So you'll be able to see the difference. So this was done in the milled lavender distress ink, and this was done in the distress oxide over here. To kind of give y'all an idea what that looks like. All right, so that's going to go in a pocket here. I'm going to go ahead and fold my page. Do I have it this way or this way? Yeah. Fold it in half. So just lining it up. It's out of the way for a moment. And then over here, I've got the bingo card from Norella that's going to go there. You like that? Where's that side? You're adding another cup. Yes, she can't get it all. You have purple archival ink and refill, so it didn't. Yeah, I understand, Sam. I really do. I really do. I'm not one to run out and buy all the new colors. The colors I do have, I waited a long time to see if I really like this type of ink. I need to clean my hands. And I found them on sale. I went to a stamp convention and they had an amazing deal on like a 12-pack of colors. And I looked at those colors and I thought, you know, I like those. I think I could use those. And that's how I bought my distress inks, oxide and distress inks. Okay. Let's go to the other side. All right, so for this side, I want some pockets down here. So I found a book page. So I've got 2 book pages here. And I'm going to glue these together and move this out of the way for a moment. So I want a pocket on this side as well, which kind of helps cover up the book page in the background. It gives the page a purpose because you've put a pocket on it. Okay, so 2 book pages glued together. And then I decided that I wanted to kind of give a little fun background. So I just took the Distress Oxide ink and then just went over that. Oh, look at this page that's coming together. Isn't that pretty? All right, let's put this right here. We're going to spray it with the Lavender Rose Tattered Angels. And you know what? I think I may want a little bit of, this got a little, what is this one? Lavender Vibe. This is a little more purple. Okay, I think I like that. I'm going to dry this. So we're obscuring the text. I'm adding color because I like color in my journals. If you are a person that likes your sepia tones, this is where you could coffee dye it. You could use the Distress, what is that, Old Paper and Distress Walnut inks, if you so choose. Thank you, Janet. We started with just a couple I knew you would use, like vintage. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, tea stains. Gotcha. You bought the Good Book digital journal kit. You like it? It's pretty. Poke, poke, nudge, nudge. It's a pretty kit. I like the lavender and the teal that's in it. All right, so we've got the raffle coming up, so go ahead and get in on that, if you will. And I need this. Getting my stamps that I want. This is a new circle stamp. It's brand new. It's, if you go into the stamps and you sort by latest, it should come up within the first 2 pages. I added 20 some odd rubber stamps for y'all, and this is one of them, especially since I saw Norella use kind of circles in this kit. I thought it would be kind of fun. So I'm just inking that up, and we're going to stamp over the whole thing. Oh, I'm doing the wrong stamp. Dang it. Oh, well. I'm just going to go with it. I wasn't going to do this stamp. I had a different stamp plan, but we're going to use it anyway. And then this is 1912, it's big script, big words. And I just thought it was really kind of cool, the texture that it gives. So again, we're just kind of obscuring that page a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to take this and we're going to cut it to be, let's see here. Let me look at my example. 5 1/4 by 2 inches deep. So 2 1/2, I think is what I did. So I think what I did, let's see how wide this is. Okay, so I did this. I did 2 1/2, which is, let's see. Yeah, I just cut this in half. That's what I did. I went like this. Find the center and then cut it. Then what I did was I scored about 1/2 inch from one side. Fold that up. Line it up with the 5 1/4 inch mark. I know y'all can't see that. 5 1/4. And then I'm going to mark. I'm going to take that where I can see it. Okay. And then I'm going to slide that over about 1/2 inch and cut it off. And we're going to do the same here. I want to fold this up. I don't want to see the text really here at the bottom. So I'll just... So now, this is how you can use the paper to make it self-tab. Thank you, Cherry. However, if I say it wrong, please forgive me. Alright, so we're just kind of smoothing that out. Alright, I'm going to do that again. Where's the other one? We're going to go about 1/2 inch. Score. That's probably more than 1/2 inch, but we're okay. That works. It works. Things work. Okay, I want to go where the text is. I want it to be on the correct side. All right. It's out of the way for a moment. And we need to do the raffle. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay. Oh, yeah, there you go. I do not have wax linen thread in my shop. I get it from Amazon, Kathy. I can send you a link to where I find it, where Robin can share the link to Amazon. That's the kind I get. It comes in a big spool like this. It was cheaper for me to just offer a link than try to keep inventory when you can get it so cheap off of Amazon. All right, so let's pick a winner for the little goodie pack. And that first winner is Janet Carter. Congratulations. You got some bling and a rubber stamp. All right, so now let's do this one. Reset. Yes, let's go here. This one's lace and date, time, place, stamp. Open giveaway. I thought this was really pretty. It's a little lace applique, so you could put that on the cover of a journal or on a page or however you want to do that. And then this little rubber stamp says date, time, place, so you could use that for your memory keeping. And again, this was from Robin. So thank you, Robin. All right. All right, so we're going to fold this up. I'm running out of time today, and I've got so much to do. All right. I got this too far, so I'm just going to trim it a little bit. I'm going to trim this at an angle. Trim this at an angle. Trim this at an angle, at an angle. Okay. Guess what, y'all? Here in just a moment, we're going to go to the sewing machine. We're going to see the sewing lamb cam. The sewing lamb cam. All right, I like that. So I'm going to go around the edge real quick. And then we're going to go to the sewing machine. And we're going to be stitching here in just a minute. I'll put some fabric on this little pocket. Kind of like that. Okay. So this is going to become a pocket on our page, but before I go to the sewing machine, I've got some fabric here. So I'm just going to quickly put a little bit of glue across the top. It's very light, very, very light amount of glue. And I'm just going to stick this fabric in that glue and just kind of pat it. And I'll just cut off the excess here. I glue it so that when I go to the sewing machine, it stays in place. And I don't, oh, well, it would stay in place, Linda, if you would cut the thread. That glue's going to dry before I get the fabric down. Dang it. I've got too much water in my glue. I may have to, I've got some clear. I may have to get that out. Okay. Do it. All right. Stay with me. Stay in the right place with me. It's not straight. Oh, wow. This just doesn't want to stick because it's fabric. All right. We're going to go over to the sewing machine. We're going to stitch around. This should be dry now. What is this sewing lamb thingy? I'm going to go to the sewing machine. Bah! All right, you see me okay? Oh, I guess you can't see me. You can see the back of my head now. All right, so we're going to stitch right across the top here, and then we're going to stitch all the way around. And so I'm going to go really slow at first because I do have a little bit of wet glue. Yeah, we're getting it. We're zooming around. All right, so we got that. Let's do it one more time. John Cena. Why is it sewing lamb? Because my friend Giovanna, who watches all my videos, made the little lamb that you see on the screen when donations are given. And I got it as a gift for Christmas 2019. And she put on their sewing lamb cam. So now we just use it. It's just silliness. That's all. Just silliness. Okay. All right. So we sewed around that. Because it's fun. Because it's fun. And we like having fun. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Got these little pieces that we're going to use. Here's our pockets. Oh my goodness. We're cooking with gas now. All right. So we're going to fold in the tabs. I'm going to go ahead and fold my page for a moment. Oh, my envelope's falling out. Fold my page. so that when I go to place my pocket, it's centered. Is this going to go down here? Okay. So we're going to glue this into place. Oh, I forgot a piece of lace. That's what happened. Oh, man. Well, I ain't going to do it now. I already put glue on it. I was supposed to also put down some lace, but I forgot. I had this lace here I was going to colorize, and I was going to put it on top here when I sewed it down. I got so excited about the sewing cam lamb, I forgot what I was supposed to do. Jeez. Linda, you have to show her the lamb. Oh, you need to show her the lamb. The lamb. You're crazy. What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? I can't do it as good. All those famous catchphrases. All right, I like it. I forgot the lace though, but it's okay. You couldn't really see it on the other one because now we're going to put down, I got a couple of butterflies. So I'm going to put a butterfly right here. Like that. See, it's okay that it didn't get the lace put on there. You want a rubber stamp of the lamb? Oh! That may be something I have to figure out how to do. I've been trying to sit down to learn the software on making rubber stamps. And I'm not getting it. All right, so I've got the Carpe Librum Athenium. I don't think I said that right. And I've just got a little strip of fabric. And I just cut a little snippet and go about an inch and then rip it. That's how it gets that frayed edge. I'm going to put that right here. I don't think it needs a lot of other embellishment. So I'll glue down. This is kind of a way to cheat to get proper placement, is I put just a little bit of glue on the back side of my embellishment, because you needed to put down the fabric first and then put your embellishment on top. But if you're not real sure of placement, well, to kind of cheat and put a little glue on the back of your embellishment, attach the fabric slightly, and then you'll be able to judge where you need to place it. See, that's why I do things the way I do them, y'all. All right, so this is one of the fussy cut flowers. I thought we'd put that right there. So again, thank you, Giovanna, for the sewing cam lamb. We greatly appreciate it. It's quite entertaining to us. All right, so then I've got poetry. Thank you, Robin, for all your help, and my admins, and Naomi, and Debbie had to leave. It was time for her to go to bed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all winning some of the games. What did y'all do last week? Were you affected by the snowstorm that hit the central U.S.? Maybe you were, in a sense that you had a family member that is a truck driver. I heard a lot of truck drivers were having issues getting into Texas and Oklahoma. Of course, that delays them to get back home. All right, let's put this right here. I didn't go anywhere. Most famous lamb in the land. Yay! You can't access your digital subscription, Naomi? Okay. Do you not have your password, or is it just not there? What is it? Send me a message to my website, And if it's your password, I can redo your password. If I just need to re-up the download, maybe the download's just not sending. You should have got an email. Thank you, Ivy Pooh Bear 2, for your donation. Thank you, Sherry and Barb and Naomi and Margarita and Rhonda and Janice and Norella and Linda and Lori and Margie and Debbie for your donations. Yeah, no, we got a few inches, but got lucky. No loss of power, no busted line. Sat and watched the damn snow, Robin says. Cleaning and that kind of stuff. It's the little things like stuff man slim. Yeah, we didn't go anywhere. I mean, you got stuck on the side streets. They did clear off what we call the snow emergency route. Those were clear, but you couldn't get out of your neighborhood to get to the clear road. Some of us couldn't even get out of our driveway. I think we had between 10 and 12 inches of snow dump on us. All right. We got that side. I think I'm just going to use the printed kit here. And then this is a stamp. And then I made this. So the same concept of spraying the Tattered Angels onto a page and then rubber stamping over it. I used the circle stamp. I also used the French correspondence, I think it's called. One of the butterflies. I happen to have a little piece of vintage lace. I know I used some lace, a little flower, and I put some fibers in there. And this was made out of a scrap piece I had left over from a oatmeal box. All right, so there is our page made. I've got two of them. So here's the difference. Can you see? Of course, I did more color in between here, but this was the lace that was supposed to go behind there. But I think it's okay either way. Shows it's handmade, y'all. All right, we're gonna go on to this page. Get all my supplies out. We've got a big mess here. I've got some more of that oatmeal box. All right, we've got my Tattered Angels. We got this and this. All right, so we're going to start with all my little pieces. We're going to put this in our spray box. This is our mop-up page from the last page. This is my new Victorian stencil. I've got 3 Victorian stencils. This is one of them. And I want to spray the back side with a little bit of pinks. So I want to spray it with a mixture of Rose Blush and Enchanted Rose. So I'm just going to do a little bit of both of these. And I like spraying on top of a stencil like this so I get a beautiful pattern. But I can also grab another sheet of paper and lay that on top of the stencil. And I'm going to get kind of a 2-for-1. Thank you. You're loving the purple? Well, thank you, Ashley. I'm glad. It was a heat wave. Beautiful snow. Bundled up, try to stay warm. So mop-up page. Here's what it looks like with the stencil pattern. What do you think? That pink. Okay. I'll grab a scrap of paper. This is that paper we've been working with. All right, so now we're going to take the Beach Rose. I'm going to fold this in half. Which way do I go? Let's go this way. Fold it in half. Oh, yeah. I do it. Okay. Fold that in half. And I did that so I could have this center area. So I'm going to take the Beach Rose stamp. I'm running out of space in front of me here, and I really need to move my camera back so I don't have to reach as far. Let's put this over here. Okay. So I'm going to take this stamp, and we're going to start it kind of part way down the page here. I'm going to be putting pockets on, so this is going to be the depth of my pocket. So I'll just stamp this. I like the patterning around the edges. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp down the middle and just kind of using the fold as a guide. So now when the page is folded, you get part of the pattern on both sides. Okay. While I've got the rubber stamp out, I'm flipping it over, and we're going to stamp on the other side. I'm just going to do right around the top here. Okay. This is where you grab your distress ink. I like folding the page so I can hold it. And I can do it a lot faster if it's a little bit sturdier. If it's a thinner paper, you got to take your time or you'll rip it. Rip it! Clever! You like that? I can come up with clever ideas sometimes. You really don't want to fold your page back and forth too often before you bind it, because it weakens that and you have to reinforce it. So don't crease it back and forth. You may fold it back and forth a little bit, but don't crease it. All right, so we just added that. I'm going to set this aside for a moment because we need to make some pockets. There it is. I got to find all my things. We're going to use a napkin and some book pages and the infamous glue pot. Getting my paintbrush ready. We're doing a lot today, I know. So I've got one more page to make after we do this. So I think we're doing pretty good if I stay pretty quick to this. All right. So I'm getting supplies ready. I've got this oatmeal box, but I don't want the oatmeal printing. I want a book page. So what I'm going to do first is glue these onto here. Just put a little glue on here. And this paper is really brittle, so I can't use it for self tabs, but I am going to kind of wrap the piece a little bit. I don't know, it just kind of gives it a cleaner look on the edge. So I'll just kind of fold that in. What happened to the scissors? This is a little bit too much here, so I'm just going to trim it off. See how easy that tore? Can't use it as a self-tab. I am going to go ahead and cut across the corner here. Okay. And then we'll just glue these down. Just a little bit of glue. So now I've taken that oatmeal box piece and I've covered it with a book page. So I'm just going to repeat that. with this other piece. And then we're going to put a napkin on here. A napkin! I know. Isn't that crazy? I hardly ever do. Oh, I meant to cut the corners first. Cut the corner! Cut the corner. All right. Oh, you poor thing. Janice, I hope you feel better. That's awful. I was afraid I was going to fall. Okay, I'm just throwing away these bits because I have so many on my desk. All right, so now I've got these two pieces. I'm getting my non-stick surface out and a paintbrush and hope I have enough glue in here. I've got my napkin, okay, so I'm getting that somewhat ready. And here's what I'm going to do. I take a sponge, add water and Aleene's tacky glue. You just kind of want it runny. And then I use a paintbrush to paint the glue onto a surface, generally paper. Okay, I'm going to clean off my mat here real quick because I don't want there to be glue on it. I'm going to move my napkin over and then I'm going to lay this on top of the napkin, kind of press that into place. And then I'm going to gently lift it up because it's going to be wet. Okay. And I'll just kind of pat it. I'm going to set it aside a second. And then we're going to do this one. Same way. And if you want it perfectly smooth, then don't fuss with it. Do this method, press it, and you can leave it on a non-stick surface until it dries, and it will somewhat be shiny. If you don't want that look, then make sure that it air dries on a flat surface with the glue up in the air. All right, so then we're going to take this piece, we're going to stick it right beside the first piece. I'm going to put my paintbrush into some water and then close up my airtight container. Save it for another day. And then because we're in a hurry, I'm going to use my heat tool to dry the glue. Yeah, some people just put a little bit of glue and water in a container and just use it as you need it. I use mine often enough that it stays pretty wet. I'm out of glue, but I try to refill it before I'm done playing with it that day. That way it's ready for the next time. And it needs to be an airtight container because it'll dry up. Okay, I think that's pretty dry. Okay. It's a little damp on this side. Now, if you like a really rough look, you can tear the napkin away. In fact, I'm going to kind of do that. Sometimes it's easier to tear it than to try to cut it. Just trying to make sure I don't pull it too much. Okay. So now I just need to cut these apart. Just trim up any excess. If you want, you could take the glue and wet those edges and bring it around to the back side. It takes more time for it to dry, but that is another way of doing it. Okay? Guess what, y'all? We're going back to the sewing machine. I'm going to trim this. All right, so we're going to go back to the sewing machine. We're going to stitch around this outside edge to kind of give it a little bit more distinction. But you see how that napkin looks on there with the book page behind it? And you could take it up another notch, stamp on top of this, maybe a script stamp. I'm not going to today, but you could also spray this with Tattered Angels, maybe a Dazzling Diamonds. I've even got, I don't know what this one is. Looks like iridescent gold. All right, we're going to go to the sewing machine. I'm going to stitch around this portion. Sewing cam. Next week, I'm trying to decide what project I'm going to do. I may do an eclectic journal, mainly because I have some leftover bits from the Enchanted Rose. I have some leftover from the Good Book kit, and I really need to use them up because otherwise I stick them in a bag, I set them aside, and they don't get used. And I think it'll also be fun to just kind of use random stuffs. Now, my random stuffs match usually because I use Norella's kits, and I like her colors and patterns that she uses. I was pushing it too much. So they kind of all blend together, in my opinion. So we'll pick a couple of pages that I'll print, and then I'll also use the ephemera and do things like alter some more envelopes. So we just went around that. Eclectic always works. When a lamb sounds like when they burp, oh my goodness, they sound like every other animal. That's disgusting. You don't want to be near one either. It stinks. And what's funny is lambs, sheep, were the only critter that we never did own growing up. I had friends that had them. Pardon me. But we never had them. Okay. Here is our page. I've got some I don't have enough. Where is it? Where did it go, Linda? All right, I gotta cut some. So I need little pieces of paper for my tabs for my pocket because I am using a 5x7 card and I need the full width of the pocket for that journal card. I thought I already had these pre-cut. So we're going to glue on the back side. I'm just going to put a little bead of glue. In fact, I'll just go ahead and do both of them. I'll line this up. Press that. Let it dry. Let it dry. Give it a chance and let it dry. I could, if I had the time, have put the pieces of paper on here, then let that glue dry, and then go to the sewing machine. But today, I didn't want to have to wait for that glue to dry before we went to the sewing machine. Okay. Put the little tabs. I don't want to cut off the thread. I want that thread. Lammies are cute. Lammies are cute, but they are kind of dumb. You have to watch them. That's one of the reasons why we didn't get them, because we had dairy goats, and they're pretty clever. They're pretty smart and savvy. And so when I hung out with my friend who had sheep, she was telling me all these stories of what these critters will do, and it's like, how do they do that? I mean, really? They're just not super smart. Okay. Trim it. I don't think I got enough glue. I didn't. I hope I'm not out. Why don't I get the other glue? If I have it out, if I can find it. Oh, man. Ah. Okay, I have another bottle. If we get desperate, I'm hoping I can make it through. All right, so I'm just going to trim the edges. Grew up on a funny farm. Your grandmother grew up on a lamb farm. Does she have some stories about the silly lambs? Oh, dear. Okay. Don't need the scrappies. All right. I want to do this right now because I want it to dry. So I've got some lace here that I'm going to put up here at the top. And I've got some butterflies. So I'm just kind of gauging how big of a piece I need. I'm getting my good fabric scissors. So probably about like this wide. All right. And I've got these two pieces of lace. So I'm going to grab my spray box. I love how this turned out. Isn't that cool? A journal page, mop-up pages. So I'm going to lay this in here. And I want it to be a teal color. And I've got this color. This is the teal rose from the Enchanted Rose kit. I'm going to saturate it quite a bit because that polyester lace, it takes quite a bit to colorize it. Now I could also grab a paintbrush and kind of help push that into the color a little bit. All right, I'm going to use my heat tool and dry this. She left when it was springtime. Sold them as mean. My goats, we didn't have mean goats because that's the way they're raised too. We had goats that, you know, they would follow me around. They were my best friend. I had one goat that she was pregnant and she lost her babies and she mourned for months over her babies. It was so sad. And she got pregnant again, and then she was the best mom right there with her babies always. You can't tell me animals don't have feelings. Tasty's all they're saying. Church your mop up. Medical related things. In a petting zoo, goats in a petting zoo are like the biggest lazy, greedy little buggers. They're like, feed us. We don't have to do anything but be bloated. All right, I had to clean my hands off a little bit. All right, so I'm letting this dry just a tad. All right, so we've got these two pieces. They're going to be pockets. Fold it in. Fold it in. I gotta hurry and get this done. Okay. Gonna glue on the tab. And I'll kind of, since my glue is so wet, I don't know why I didn't grab the other glue, but habit. Habit! Alright, so I gotta know where my center mark is. Put that right here. I'll lay an acrylic block on them to kind of help mush it down to the page. A book would work. You know, Sam was saying about food aggravating your diseases. I think our poor food, our poor diets is what creates some of our diseases. And in some cases, you have no choice because it's now hereditary because of the junk that we've eaten in our lives. So, the closer you can eat of an item that comes from nature, the better. All right, so I'm just putting that up here for now. And I'm going to look at my lace. It goes this way. Yeah, it goes this way. And I'll just take my glue. I'm going to use the tacky clear glue. And we're going to put just some little dots on the back of the glue. It'll dry clear. I don't need a whole lot, really. I just want enough that it'll kind of adhere to the page. And I'll put a block on it for a second. Then we're going to put this right here in the middle. Oh, I was trying to use the glimmer mist as glue. That's not glue, Linda. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'll do it over here. All right, what to do with the lid? Gotta find the lid. All right, and then somewhere over here, I've got these little labels. Here's another one. Okay, it's got the little labels that come in the kit. You need a Cheeto tree? What in the world? Oh, it came off. Okay. Clean my stand. Right, let's put that back on there for a second. Let's put this right here. We're just adding little embellishments. Oh, your tea went cold? Well, just add an ice cube to it. And then it's iced tea. Just add an ice cube to it. Mine has gone cold. It's empty. I made some spearmint tea. Made some spearmint hot tea. All right. That glue, that tacky clear glue stays wet longer. So I'm just drying it with my heat tool. Just a little bit. All the animals. Yeah, but I sent it. But I sent it. It's okay. All right, so this is from Norella's kit. The writing ladies, I think she's called it. And that's why I needed the pocket to have the full width. And then over here we've got a bingo card. And we've got this other little lady card. Okay, so we'll flip this over. Flip it over, flip it over, flip it over. And on this side, I've got these. Did I miss something? Oh, I did. I missed something. I gotta go back. Go back. We're not done. I gotta finish decorating this. I was like, wait, there's something else. This has got to go on there. This is, I think it's called Book. It may be called Open Book. It's a rubber stamp in my shop. I stamped it on some ivory paper. And I thought it would be a pretty little addition since it's a book and you could write your own little message on there. And then this is from Norella's kit. So this is a rubber stamp if you didn't catch that. I thought something was wrong here. All right, so now there's our page decorated. Peppermint schnapps. I haven't had peppermint schnapps in a long time. All right, so now we're going to put, these are some tickets that come in the kit. I'm just going to glue right across the top and down the side. Just a little bit. Put it right here. There's my acrylic block again. I always try to hold the side that I don't want to glue, so I glue it the right way. How many of you have ever glued a piece of paper on the wrong side? Okay. And then we've got some journal cards we'll put in here. So we've got this big bingo card, a smaller bingo card, another lady. And I made this little envelope. That was the mop-up page. And I just folded it, just cut it in half. So it's 5.5 by 8.5 inches. Just come in on the corners. Oh, I used a 2-inch gauge to fold that corner in. And then I fold this down. It's about 1/2 inch there. Then I fold this up. I try to do far enough that it's above this portion. Stuck a little butterfly down so that this could be tucked inside. On this side, this is called the Queen's Post, and I stamped it with Mermaid Lagoon on white paper, and I cut them out with my Fiskars little postage stamp, and I used the same rubber stamp. So this page is complete. All right, so we want to go this way. So this is going to go on this side, and this is going to go on this side, and I'm not going to pop it in there yet because that glue is still wet. Can you see the page? All right. I got one more page to make, and then I'll show you all the pages, and we will put the journal together. Getting all the goodies. So this page, I decided we're going to do a flip out. So don't flip out yet. We're also going to do some scraps, rubber stamping. Got lots of little goodies here. Okay, this all goes together. Got some fabric. Ah, that's what I didn't do. I need some scraps. So, don't need those right now. Don't need those right now. I do want those and these. I have lots of things here. I try to get organized by putting all the things I plan to use together. And I try to get the distress inks and that kind of stuff done ahead of time. as much as possible. All right, so we're going to start with a foundation paper. This is just to help hold all the other things together. Again, it's just a page out of a Bible. So I'm going to start with folding this page in half, just so I kind of know where the center is. Start this way. And then I went ahead and cut from the kit, the digital download. This is one of the zigzag pages, and I just cut it at 4 1/4 inches wide, and then I cut that strip, which was 8 1/2, in half, so they're squares, and we're going to place these in the lower corners here. I've already gone around the edges with distress ink. Now, this is where you can use your scraps of paper, and you determine what size you're going to use by the size of the scrap of paper. You know, cut it so that you have 2 squares if you want to have a symmetrical look in your journal where it pops up again. But you don't have to. You can be completely random. But I thought you might like a little collaged page. All right, so we're going to go down here. All right, and then I've got one of the other pages that has the alphabet script all over. So we're going to glue that down over here. And I'm just centering it so it covers a little bit of both of the squares. Use your bone folder to smooth it out. Okay. And then I have these little pieces of paper that I want to put here, and it leaves a gap over here. What I did before is I had a scrap of paper that I had spray painted left over. So I'm looking here. What do I have? Oh, I have this little 1 inch, so it'll be different. How about we do that? We'll do the purple over here. So I'm just going to mark this with my pencil, like so, and find my scissors again. So that's going to go over there. Then this is going to go right here. You can see what I'm doing there? Can you smell what I'm cooking? Well, if you can, that's a miracle, because I'm not cooking anything right now. All right, and then we'll put this over here. All right, so let's put some distress inks around that edge. I like it. All right, let's glue this down. So I think what I want to do is to glue down the purple strip and then glue down this piece, what kind of overlaps. I think that's what I want to do. Okay. And apparently I cut it too short. Oh well, it happens. Just kind of fill the gap. Okay. And then we're going to put this right here. Oh, thank you, Margarita, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all for your donations. Thank you for your support today. I hope you're liking what I have shared. Different ideas of using your papers and book pages. Leftover scraps. So this is a scrap from cutting down a 12 by 12 scrapbook paper for one of the other pages. So it's kind of fitting that I used it. I didn't in the other journal. So one journal will have it in there and the other one won't. Makes them unique. Oh, I forgot to do something. So we're going to do it after it's glued down. I want to stencil on top of this, so I'm going to grab my Distress Oxide, and we're we're going to just be really careful and not go too far off our little post-it note looking page. A mini legal pad? I don't know. It's just little ruled lines, and I like these because they just kind of give a little extra something quirky when I like color. Now, if you've got ledger paper or old lined notebook paper, you can use that too. What do you think? All right, and then I've got the leafy vine. Leafy vine. I'm going to stamp it. Where's my Scrapbook paper? All right, so we're going to stamp it kind of coming out from the top across the page. I like it. Okay, we're just kind of adding some different texture to it. So up here in the corners, I've got a piece of this fabric, and I have little words somewhere. What did I do with them? Oh man, did I lose them? Okay. Where's my Ziploc baggie? Oh wait, is this it? No, that's it. I think I see a couple that I can use. I forgot to get these out. I put them in my little envelope. All right, so I'm just going to take this and cut a little piece of fabric. All right. So again, I'm going to do the same technique that I did earlier, which was to put a little bit of glue on the back side of my piece so that I could snag that piece of fabric. And we're going to glue this up in the corner. This is, okay, is the next raffle a free one? Or this is a free, right now we're doing the last free raffle, I think. This will be the last free raffle. And then we will do the journal raffle. Okay. Do the same over here. Glue it down. Glue it down. Glue it down. We're gonna glue it down. Alrighty. See how the page is coming together now? Adding all the little things to it. I like it. Lay out flat. Okay. See the whole page? All right. Yeah, they get lost. They just disappear. You love the leaf stamp? Thank you. Thank you, Terry, for your donation. All right, so let's do something in the corners here. Like, this is the new crown stamp. Okay, I just had, there it is. I stamped it and cut it out. Thank you so much for your donation, Terry. And then this is a frame stamp that I had in my shop for a while. And I thought this would be kind of cute. Just put the little crown in the corner. So we'll put a little bit of glue right here on the back. And I'm making this a tuck spot. Okay, I need to go this way, this way. Okay, I had to get them in the right direction. So it's a little frame, and then I put the little tabs on the back because it's going to be a tuck spot. So we're going to put this one over here. Just another way to use that frame stamp. Or maybe you've got some labels that you've been trying to figure out what to do with. We'll make them into a tuck spot. It's okay that they're a blank area. It's a blank area to write something. Thank you, Janet. All right, so I'm going to fold this up. I'll fold this up. We'll pull that up. All right, so this is going to go on my page, but I want to make sure where the center is. So I'm going to fold this in half. All right, so I know I want this closer to this edge, but I also have another element, which is this little typewriter that I want to put in this corner. So I'm just kind of gauging where I want that. And I think that's about right. So I'm going to leave this there for a second. And I'm just put a little bit of glue on the tab. Kind of smooth that out. And then I'm looking at this, and then I'm going to slide it out of the way. Press that down. And then I'm going to glue this in the corner on these two sides. So it's kind of a dual tuck spot. A layered tuck spot. I showed y'all a layered tuck spot. How's that? So this is a tuck spot here, and this is a tuck spot there. Okay? So I'm going to flip it over so it'll dry. And we're going to repeat that concept over here. Got a different little element, little book element. So that's going to go here. And if you want it to be the same height as this one, then you can do that if that is what you like. Or you can bring it up higher on this side because it fits it. Okay? So I'm going to move this. Smooth out the glue. All right, now I'm kind of line it up. I'm going to come down just a little bit right about there. Like that. I was playing around with the sample because one of the frames didn't get a good impression in the corner. And I thought, well, what if I covered that corner up and you don't see it? And that's what happened. So that's how I came up with this idea. There was an oops, and I figured out a creative way to cover it up. Okay. All right, we're going to put some stuff in the pockets, but I want that to dry, so we'll come back to it in just a moment. So we're going to flip this over to the other side, and here's where I need all these extra bits and pieces. All right, so here's my foundation paper. I've got the Anne of Green Gables and Little Women. This is book pages that Norella offers. I printed it on an ivory text weight paper, and I'm just going to rip it out. I'm going to rip these into two separate pieces so you can go pretty quick. I'm ripping it because I like that edge, and I wanted it to be just a little bit smaller. And by ripping it, I'm kind of taking away some of that blank space. We're getting there. We're going fast. Ah, come on. I missed the spot. Tear where I want you to tear. Okay. I want to tear this here. Okay. And now I'm going to tear down the side. And then tear this side. All right, so we've got these two pieces. You just keep tearing them until you get them the way you like them. And then we're going to go around the edge with some distress inks. Henry's here. Henry hints I'm hungry. Well, it's only $5.49. I'm almost done. Heck, I used to have 3-hour streams. I've cut it down to 2.5. Almost 3 hours. All right, so we just went around those really fast. I'm going to set that aside for a moment. So now I've got these 2 pages that I printed from Calico Collage's add-on papers. So I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to stack these together for a second. They're not directional, so it doesn't really matter which way you do it. And here's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to cut off about 1/2 inch on one side. I think that's right. I don't want 1/2 inch. I want 1/2 inch. There we go. I wasn't at the right mark. So I just cut off about 1/2 inch on one side. And this is how it's going to work. This one's going to go here. And this one's going to go there. So see that it's shorter here? That way it doesn't interfere with your page. So that's why I cut that off. So now what I'm going to do is I've got a page that I cut in half from Calico Collage. And we're going to line those up with the edges and glue them down. So moving this out of the way. And it's going to be wider, so it'll go around the folded edge. Okay. So I'm just going to line this up with the edge. I could have already done this ahead of time, I guess, but I didn't. So I'm just really making sure that those are adhered together. And then make sure that's really well adhered. We'll let that set aside for a moment. I'm going to do the other one. Let's put a little glue. Line it up, line it up. Line it up, line it up. Okay. Lots of layers. And because I'm using that thin copy paper, it's keeping it still relatively thin. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is where this fold mark is, we're going to fold it again. Apparently I don't have enough glue. All right. Fold it. Fold it. I'm getting to the end of the stream. I'm tired. Uh-oh. Oh, is it time for the last raffle? Linda, Linda, Linda. Meep, meep. I don't know what you're doing. Can someone sing in the time zone? All right. Y'all get on the last raffle here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this down as a pocket. I'm trying to remember. Did I? I think I did. No, I just fold. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put, oh, I need to make sure this is dry though. Dry. What do you want? What do you want? I'm looking. Gallery Mall. What do you want? She's saying no. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? I'm looking at the screen. What do you want? Hurry up. Type it out. Tell me what you want. Spit it out. Text me if you need to. Linda. I'm looking at the screen, but I'm getting ready to look away. Okay. Has the stencil come and get 20% off additionals? Do you get another? Yes, they stack. Exactly. That is correct, Robin. That is correct. If you have Stencil Club and you use my coupon for 10% off, you get 30% off your stencils. Just saying. Okay, I'm just kind of smoothing this out. You see what I created here now? We got to flip out. Flip out! Wait for it. Stay focused. The code is Thank You 2021. Thank You 2021. All one word. And if you have a subscription box coming, you want to save on shipping, then message me on my website and I will send you a second coupon to give you free shipping. Okay. Glue it down. Glue it down. You see what I did there? You like it? I use different patterns. Okay, so now we're going to take these guys and I'm just going to glue them down. They're just decorative purposes only. No function. And I just like that pattern from Norella's kit. I thought that just made that much prettier. You're exhausted? I'm almost done. Alright, so now we're going to flip this open. Okay. We're going to work on the inside. I'm going to set this aside for a second. And I had some coffee dyed papers that I tore. So basically it's a quarter sheet. And I've got this little flowering vine. I think that's what it might be called. I'm going to stamp it down the sides. Go like that. I've already put some distress ink on it. Just kind of at the bottom. Okay. Repeat. Some ink. Go down the sides. Stamp, 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 stamping and stamping and stamping all my life. See, what do you think? Isn't that cute? You watch Pride and... Yes, oh, how cool. Little Woman's one of your favorite books. Okay. This comes back. This goes away. Flip her out. So these are going to go right there. So I'm going to glue those down. So one will go right here. One will go over here. Like that. Yay! Love anything with Jane Austen. All right, so now I need little pieces. So this is going to go over here. That one's going to go over here. We've got the little sentiment sayings. So we're just going to cut this out. I think Henry's home. Or Hercules barked. If he's not, somebody's outside. All right. So I'll just take a little bit of glue and glue this right on top of my fabric. And then we'll do this one. Like so. How cute. All right, we're going to glue that down. I think Henry's here. Daddy's home. Hercules barked. Just putting a few dots. Henry's walking in here. We're almost done. Oreo, did you come see me? Okay. Hi, Henry's standing on the other side waving at me. He didn't say anything. I hardly use the background papers of Norella's like this. I thought it was just kind of fun. Daddy's home. Hi, Hercules. Hercules is creeping around behind me. What you doing? You'll come here? No? Okay. All right, let's glue these pockets down. So these are in the kit, and I just thought they were really pretty. So we're going to put one over here and one on the other side. This is the last journal page we're going to make. We're going to stack up all of the pages. I'll show you what the other pages that I put together. I love the colors that Norella used in this kit. It's just got some soft purples and teals. All the flowers, the pink flowers, the lavender flowers. Okay. This over here, out of the way. All right, so now I've got this little guy. It's going to go down here as a tuck spot. So like that. See that? And then I've got, oh, I did it backwards. Oh, well. I've got this little stack of books. It's going to go over here. Like that. Then I've got a couple of the fussy cut butterflies. I thought those would look good on the sides here. Butterflies. And then I have a couple of the fussy cut flowers. So we'll put one right here. And we'll put another over here. It doesn't even fit on the camera. It's so big. You like that? The circle look. Isn't that kind of cool? It's just a pattern. Can you see the pattern? All right, I'm just trying to smooth out the glue. All right, so let's see. I've got this journal card that we're going to put right here in this pocket. And then I want to make a journal card that goes in here. So we'll do that really fast. First things first. Here is a stencil. Getting a blank page, I've got a 5x7 journal card in a gray color. So I'm going to lay that down in my spray box. This is from the March Stencil Club. And then I've got True Turquoise Tattered Angels. Oh, we have enough. Oh my goodness. But I want to keep one. Man, I never get to keep one. I'll have to raise my prices. Alright, so I just use the True Turquoise, and then I've got a book page that I'm just going to mop up with. This was the mop-up page that we used on the envelope, the very first thing we did today. That's where it came from. So we got that pretty turquoise and a little bit of a gold color to it. There's our journal card. And I like the page that it made behind. The mop-up page. Okay. We're going to use the same stamp. That little flowering vine. I just think it looks pretty when you put it around the edge. Stamp it away. And it can go pretty quick. You don't have to be a perfectionist. So I stamped the word bloom onto a piece of white cardstock. I fussy cut it out. Then I went around the edges with some Distress Ink Walnut Stain. I glued some little tabs onto the back. And we're going to make that a little pocket on our journal card. So put that right here. I'm missing stuff. Okay. And then I have this little painting is just another way of keeping a diary. Love lavender. Put that right there. So then I've got little journal cards. Yeah. One like that, one like that. And then that will go in our pocket. Thank you so much, Sam, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And where did the cards go that I had for this one? I'm missing a card. Did it fall out? Ah, that's what happened. I was looking at my sample and it was missing cards. All right, so on this side, we're going to open it up. It should be dry now. We have this little journal card and this journal card. We have a tall, skinny journal card. It can go either way. I have this bigger journal card. Let's close it up. Let's flip it over. Go to my sample. And then I've got the ladies. I thought they looked pretty on this side. All right, now cooperate. And then I've got these little smaller bingo cards that go here and here. And then this is called the envelope. And it's a rubber stamp. I stamped it on ivory paper and I just thought it would be pretty like that. So we got a nice little variety of pockets. So when you come to this page, you've got these little pockets with little layers that you can write on. You've got the pocket here that has the printed journal card. Then we have the flip outs with all of the pockets. You can kind of see all of it in there, just about. Yeah, the new stamp, the bloom is in the shop. Yeah, it's a new one. And then there's the bloom stamp. I like it. All right, so we need to figure out how we're going to put this journal together now that I've got all the pages done. So here's all of our complicated pages. So what, do we want that in the dead center? Do we want that in the center? Or do we rather have that in the center? I kind of like that. That may be what we'll do. The cards in the pockets or tuck spots. Yeah, I think I like that for the center. What are you doing, Hercules? And then I showed y'all the envelope at the very beginning. So we have that in here. I took a 12 by 12 scrapbook paper and I cut off 1 inch so it made it 11 inches wide. And then I cut it in half so it's 6 inches tall. And then I added some of the sayings and a few flowers. And on this side I had a scrap of vellum left over. I'll show you the big page. And I just sewed it on the bottom. And I used from the shabby stitches on here. Added the embellishment. The background is from the last month's stencil club. I think that's right. February. Yeah, that was from the February stencil club with a lavender. Used the Bella Rose there. One of the kit pieces. Over here, I used the Monarch and I just fussy cut it out. I just thought it looked pretty being stuck down into the pocket there. And then here I used the journal, story time, and then use some of the tags from the kit behind the vellum. So we got those pages. Here's the vellum pages. And I think I want the vellum page to come like between a couple of things because it would look neat with it overlapping. I had this pearlized paper in my stash, so I just stamped on the corner with the flowering branch and then added the butterflies from the kit. I just thought they were pretty just as it is. Maybe something like that. Kind of get this all rearranged. And then here's the kit pages. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So I think I'm going to start with these 2 pages. They're going to be my first page. Do we want the fold out page that early? I think we'll switch this up and move it over here. I think the short page, then the vellum, then this page, a short page, maybe like this. Okay, so for this journal, I was going to do something else clever, but I didn't have time. So I just printed a couple of the journal pages and chose this print for the inside. I just loved the simplicity of the cover, just keeping it really simple. So I'm going to grab a cover and then grab a page, and we're going to bind this journal. All right, so now's the time. If you want to make a donation and be able to win one of these 2 journals today, any dollar amount, you can do that. Know that by donating, you also get a discount in my shop. Just come over to lindaisrael.com, create a user account, and then send me a message that says, "Hey Linda, I'm so-and-so on YouTube, and I donated." I like how this is going to be a fluffy journal. Fluffy journal. I was going to make the spine bigger of this journal cover, but I ran out of time. And then that'll be the center. I like it. All right, let's set this aside for a second. Ah! Last call. Poke, poke, nudge, nudge. Okay, I'm getting ready to do the last free raffle. And then I will bind the journals, do a flip through, and pick the winner, the first winner of the journals. And then I'll pick the second winner. And then we will be done. Henry's going, hurry up, I'm hungry. I hardly do the different size pages, so this is kind of fun for me to do it today. All right, so I'm getting my journal tools out. Get my giant paper clips. And a needle. All right, so I'm just going to paper clip this. All right, I've got my template. We're going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Fluffy like the sewing lamb. You like this one, Ashley? So I wish I want it. I want it. All right, poke a hole. Poke a hole. Poke the last hole. Alrighty, wax, linen, thread. We need 3 times the height of the journal, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to double it. Grab my scissors that have run away again. Need to clean my desk off. Bookbinders needles, I do offer those in my shop because I can get a good price on bulk. Be able to pass that along to y'all. All right, so we're starting the center. I put so many pockets in here. It's really thick at the bottom. It's a thick journal. I need to do more flip up pages because then that gives you a little more bulk at the top. Maybe that's what I'll do next time. All right, so I'm just going to make sure this is tight. Slip it under. Sure, see, we don't want that. Tied in a knot. And I'll leave the strings long in case y'all want to put charms on there. Set this aside. All right, so I'm going to pick the winner of our prize of these right now. Giveaway. All right, so the winner of the lace and the rubber stamp is Nadine Wheeler. All right, Nadine, I don't recognize your name, so I probably don't have your mailing address. But if you would take a moment after this live stream, go over to my website at lindaisrael.com and use the contact me form and give me your mailing address. If you'll create an account on my website and fill out your address and everything, that helps me even more. That way, if I have other things, I can email you and I don't spam you. I'm not one of those, but you can communicate with me. All right, we're going to reset this. All right, so the last raffle is going to be for a good book junk journal. And it's going to be for our donators only. So if you donated today, this will be the time. Space, and then we're going to go back. Copy and space. paste. All right. So these people have donated them. Sam, Margie, Terry, Margarita, Love Pooh Bear 2, maybe. Sherry or Cherie Gray, Barb Dingwell, Naomi, Margarita, again, thank you. Rhonda, Janice, Norella, Linda Gray, Lori Merchant, Margie again, thank you, Margie, and Debbie. So those people have donated today. So we're going to open the giveaway for y'all. All righty. All right, so we're going to do the next journal, and then we're going to flip through them. They're so floppy. All right. Get my template. My template's starting to fall apart. I'm going to have to make another one or tape this one back together. I want to make sure you're in that V. Okay. Get my tools out of the way that I don't need. I hear Henry walking by. He's like, hurry up already. Alrighty. Am I going to be emailing a bunch of people coupon codes tonight? Are you going to join for Debbie? Okay, thank you. Debbie had to go to bed. Is Norella here? Did she get in? I'll have to check. Alrighty, I'll make sure it's tight on the outside as well as the inside. My fingers are dirty. Playing with tattered angels today. And glue. Alright, can y'all see the debris everywhere on my desk? Henry, get dinner ready. Alright, I'm going to clean my hands off real fast. I'm just using some tatter angels. I'm using thieves cleaner on my hands. Very floppy. I think I need to find some ribbon to tie it shut. Maybe a piece of fabric. Here, let's see. That might be enough. I'll do that. Okay. I'm gonna rip it. Oh. So I've got just a strip of fabric. And I'm just going to slip it under the binding back here. Whoever gets this journal, you may choose to redo this. You may want to put this as a bigger journal. But this way, we can at least tie it. Oh, it flipped over on me. How dare you do that? Kind of like that. And I need a pen. We'll do this on the other one as well. All right, so let's do a quick flip through. Give everybody a chance to see what the journals look like. You know, it's funny how many people will watch my page tutorials and then don't understand how I put the page in the journal. Well, I tend to do my pages first, and then I put the journal together. All right, so we've got the stack of books and flowers. Books and flowers. This is 1909 in the upper corner. Love the teapot, yeah. Oh, thank you, Terry, for your patronage of being here. You got a coupon code coming to you. All right, so here is the alphabet, and then one of the images from the typewriters. Here's our envelope with the little goodies inside it. Even up here. So this is the one that I didn't close all the way. But you can see I added some bling here. And then this flips over. And we've got a little pocket right there. And we've got a tuck spot there. And then this is a vellum page that someone gave me. And I just thought it was too pretty to pass up. Then I made a little pocket, tag, use some fabric, envelope. It's empty, so you can put whatever you want inside of it. This is scrapbook paper that I just thought fit the kit. Little journal card, teapot, and then here's that page with the multiple pockets on it. And then we've got a journal card in here. A little girl with a yellow dress. You love the teapot too. Then here's our first flip out page. So we get all of these little goodies over here. So see why it didn't matter what was on the other side, because it's next to this page, so it all just kind of goes together. Another scrapbook paper with the vellum pocket using the Bella Rose stamp. This was some pearlized paper that I just thought I'd just stick in there. Made a little envelope. Tuck this in. Okay, bingo card. There's another one of those large cards in the center, so you can see all the goodies. She fits down inside there. You can add some bling later. Tuck spot over here. I thought I did fine picking the colors. To flip out over there. The different color on this side, because you got those teals. And then here's our journal card that had a couple things inside. Pocket. And the little envelope. I thought it was pretty just to add the little piece to the top of the page like that. The stamped card. Other side of the pocket. And then this was an altered paper clip, so you can move this to a different spot in the journal if you wanted to. And then we've got a pocket here. And there is the back of our journal, and I'm going to sign it. All right, so that was the stack of book and flowers. So that's what we're going to call it. When I go to do the raffle, you tell me, do you want the stack of books with the flowers, or do you want the teapot journal? So here is the teapot journal. We got a string we need to trim. I hear Henry walking by again. Have to do the laundry. Okay, so here's the front with the teapot. Love that sound of the crinkly paper. Yep. Crinkly paper. So here's the pocket we made during the live today. And then the strip here. And then this will come out the top. Got a little pocket there. A little tuck spot there. The vellum. Crinkly vellum. Tag. Envelope, using that crinkly paper. Scrapbook paper again. Same tag concept, just different images here. Different journal pages here. And you see here I had a scrap of painted Tattered Angel stamped paper that I used. This is the journal card in here. This flips out. This is a different, this is Emma. I think the other one was Little Women, wasn't it? I like it. Another envelope. Big journal card. Uh-oh. There it goes. It was trying to stick. How dare you do that to me? The stack of blue books. Calming effect. You like it? It's one of those you could just pet. It's just a pretty journal. All the colors I used. This flips out over here. So our journal card again. Just got different journal cards in the little pocket. I like the layers on that page. Your printer getting a divorce. This is your favorite Norella kit. The colors are amazing. I like it too. She did a good job. It's really pretty. I can see y'all doing your own spin. Hey, and if you do, tag me on Facebook. I'd love to see what you end up creating. Alrighty, well, we're going to do the first winner. Be ready as soon as I draw your name. Actually, Junkly Joe does it. To tell me which journal do you want. Tie it closed. Alrighty. Do you want the teapot or the books and flowers? Alrighty. Oh my gosh. They sent you 2 replacements? Oh my, that's terrible. Yeah, all the stuff. All the stuffs. What's the extra ephemera digital page? It just made it. Yeah, it did. It just puts it all together. Alright, let's do the giveaway. Let's see, we have Terry, Sam, Linda, Janice, Robin, Barb, Margie, Rhonda, Cherry, or Cherie. And did we get Love Pooh Bear? And I guess Naomi left. Never buy it. Oh, I'm sorry, Barb. I've got the HP printer and I really like it. All right, so the winner of the first journal, tell me which one you want. That winner is Janice Brammer. Congratulations. Do you want the teapot or do you want the stack of book with the flowers? I'm going to get a drink of water. Go, Janice. Go, Janice. Janice, pick a journal. Wow. OMG. That's crazy. Fabulous. Oh, Barb, I'm sorry you're having issues. I hope they resolve it for you. Left. My left or your left? You want the teapot or do you want the books? Because this is my left. She said teapot. All right. So Janice is getting the teapot. All right. The next winner is Cherry Gray. Congratulations. She was new today. She donated today. Yippee! You won. Okay, so it leaves books for me, Barb says. So you need to contact me through my website. Create a user account because number one, you donated. And then send me a message through the contact me form saying, hey, I'm Sherry Gray from YouTube. And I'll get you added to the YouTube donator membership on my website, which gives you a discount on items from my shop. And then I'll get your journal mailed out to you. So congratulations. Yay! Alrighty. So many chores today. I did get them done, did you? Alrighty, well, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go eat some dinner. Thank y'all for being here. On Monday, we're going to do an eclectic journal. So I'm just going to use a lot of the leftover bits that I have on my desk here. So it's going to be some of the same colors, some of the pinks from the rose kit, enchanted rose kit. I'll use some of the good book pages as well. So we're going to have some fun with it next week. Wow. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. I greatly appreciate your support. Thank you for your donations. Again, those people that are new, definitely go over to my website, lindaisrael.com. Send me a message after you've created a user account so I get you set up. All right. We'll see you next week, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. I've got to open Google Chrome. Y'all, thank you so much again for being here and supporting me. I greatly appreciate it. And hopefully the Tattered Angel stuff will arrive. I'm hoping, let's see, today's Monday, maybe Wednesday. I should have everything so I can start shipping that out. And again, if you need the coupon code, make sure you message me on my website. All right, everybody. Y'all take care. Bye, everybody.